Hello.
Hey Dan. Hey Steve.
Hey there. Gail, it's pretty funny. You sound very determined to get that email out.
I know, right? I unmuted because the Zoom gets mad if you're muted when it's recording. So I was like, I'll just unmute and then just typing away. I'm working on documentation actually, so that's why it's so like.
But that's the only thing I could hear is you typing. It's pretty
Yeah,
funny.
right. It's better that my wind chimes are like have been super loud the past 2 days, and normally no one can hear them, but it's so windy here right now that like everyone's like, "What is that sound?" on all my calls. So it's a little better.
We have the dogs that will bark in the background for us.
Yeah. Hey everyone.
Wave back, Andrea. Drop the agenda here into chat. Give people a few more minutes.
Hey, everybody.
Hey, good morning.
Morning.
Get comfortable today. I don't know if I should stand or sit.
You need to get one of those running desks where you can keep walking as you do meetings.
I just got off the treadmill, so I did that. I decided to make a commitment to stand up for all my meetings, but then I'm like, I just got off the treadmill. I'm gonna sit down. I broke my first commitment of the day.
Oh.
Well, it's like that Mark Twain saying about smoking. He does it it's easy to quit. He does it every day.
All right, you guys shamed me into pressing the standing button on my desk, so now I'm standing.
But are you walking?
Not yet. Tried that and I can't type. I make so many typing errors whenever I try to do the walking stuff. It slows me down too much.
Hey Tara, how are you feeling?
Early.
Yeah, I've already had a big meeting this morning. I'm building up a new team that's based in Warsaw and Bangalore. So I have my org now truly has worldwide distribution.
And
Now
those are
13
those are some tough time zones for you.
Yeah, 13 and a half hours to Bangalore.
The sun never sets on Tara's empire. So that's the same.
Something.
Well, as long as she can use her right hand.
I'm good. Look, this is just nothing but a scar. PT's going well. But it's also Google Perf season, and I have 2 new managers, so it's not. So while I don't have as many direct reviews to write, I have to help my new managers write theirs. So maybe next review season I'll be able to sleep.
All right, we've got quorum, I guess. I'll drop the link in one more time because I think Zoom doesn't replay messages for people that join later. And we can jump in. I think Andrea, our first topic here, the events SIG is official. The PR got merged. I'm sorry for forgetting to do that. The vote was finalized and Andrea got the repo created. Let me share.
Yeah, thanks for that.
Hey.
We've gotten an exciting wait, I'll share. Sorry, wrong tab. There's an exciting license in README right now, but a whole bunch of pull requests open, adding all the different things. So, wow, lots of stuff already.
Yeah, we'll be working on also taking the content from the work stream into here. Yeah, and
Nice.
we have a few things lined up already. So thanks, Tracy, who joined the meeting for helping us organize. So we have a podcast coming up and working on announcements, and so.
Nice.
Yeah, no, it's exciting to see. I'll go with that group. Good stuff.
Any permissions or logistics issues? I know you got the repo set up and you were able to get teams created and everything like that. Slack channels, mailing lists, anything else we need to help you with?
I believe it's everything done. Slack channel has been renamed. We got a mailing list set up. Yeah, just need to put everything in the repo with the various communication channels. So for now, it's just a blank README. I'll try to put some content on it today.
Awesome. Congrats. Good luck.
Thank you.
Oh, actually, I just saw this item up here from Jackie. Let me copy this down if this is still happening. That's today, right? March 2nd. Is this one happening, Jackie? Does anybody know?
No, Jackie is not here, not in today.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I see Zainab here, so
Perfect.
yeah, I think we can go ahead with that.
Okay. I'll drop that to the bottom then. Thanks, and sorry for missing that one. All right, switching tabs. You noticed something, so that's good. Election topics. Gail, this is, I think, you and Tracy.
Yes. Tracy, do you want to do that? Do you want me to do that one?
Why don't you go ahead?
Okay. Pull up the dates so I don't lie to any of you while I'm here. So we have elections opening up for several seats. We do have a lot of positions in CDF, so we're doing kind of 2 waves of elections. So we're not having everyone vote on a dozen different things at one time. So we are starting off with 4 positions. So the outreach committee chair, general member representative, something for the budget committee, and then for the TOC, we'll have the end user seats opening up. I'm going to paste the dates here in the I'll put them in the notes. I'll be better. In the notes. And so we have the call for nominations is opening up tomorrow. And then that will be open for 2 weeks. There. Let's put that in the notes there. From March 3rd to March 16th. Then we'll have a 2-week voting period. After which I'll send an email announcing the results, and the term is for 1 year, so April 1st through March 31st of next year.
Are there any social media retweeting, reposting that we should be looking for, or?
It'll all be its internal communications. These for the end user
Okay.
seats, it'll come from within the end user pool.
Okay.
It generally for like TOC positions, kind of it's an anyone can nominate, but only a select group can vote sort of thing. Our voting members usually do the voting.
Yeah, so
Well, yeah,
if
it was just more about driving up interest in the foundation as a whole.
Yeah.
I noticed, for example, the Kubernetes folks are very public about their governance efforts, for example.
yeah, we can get something scheduled for that. And yeah, just to clarify, so the end user seats, like we've always had these in our chart, and we've never actually kind of like fill that seat, but it's open to anyone who can represent an end user. They don't have to be a member. The voting will be done by CDF end user members. So they will look at the pool and they will kind of elect the folks there. So yeah, we know we've got some great folks who participate in CDF from various end user members. So I really encourage you all to run and nominate folks you think should be involved.
So who is an end user?
And end user is a member of an organization who does not sell CD
Right, but
solutions.
do we know who they are? Is it clear who the end users are? Is there,
As in like types of companies will be like Ericsson, Fidelity, Capital One.
Yeah, Tracy,
They-
they're a membership type. We have a membership tier for end users, so it would come from within that group, is my understanding.
How do I find out
For
who's
who votes for them, yes, but for nominations, anyone who represents from that general category is fine. Is that
Oh,
So
my microphone was sticking up on the top of my head. I don't know why. I guess my question is do we have on the website, can I see who are people who are end users?
I just posted the link to, I'm
Yeah.
assuming that's the most up-to-date info. If you scroll down to the bottom, you'll see the list of end user companies. It's only got six companies on it. Is that still accurate?
kind of. We have some of our Premier members are actually end users as well, but they show up in the Premier list.
So Google's an end user, right? Or no?
No, it's not.
No.
How about Netflix?
Netflix are and Salesforce are.
Okay, so Netflix, Salesforce, and then
And
Capital
then,
One, Dell Boomi, eBay, Fidelity, HSBC, and
HSBC.
JP Morgan.
yes, I believe that's the list.
Yeah, so technically these seats, they're elected by the end users and to represent the end users, but the nominees can actually come from anywhere. The nominations
Correct.
have to know that they're representing the end users.
Yes.
You don't have to be employed by one of these companies. You can be employed by anyone to run for one of these seats. Those are just the people that vote for you, and the hat you wear in this meeting says end user on it.
I feel so strongly that there's a Tron joke to be made right about now.
We can come back to it if you think of one.
And is Fujitsu an end user?
I
That's
think so.
Yeah.
Screwdriver is Yahoo Verizon, right? Don't think
Yes.
Fujitsu has
Yeah,
a
it came out of Yahoo
Yeah.
Japan.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
Verizon Media now.
technically we it kind of goes back to what they ticked on their membership agreement and if that got approved. So I can check Fujitsu, but I don't know off the top of my head.
And then Huawei?
Yeah, similar. I'm not sure. I'll have to double check that.
Just trying to figure out with the people I've been working with who I can nominate.
Yeah, I think you can go ahead and nominate folks from there, and we can confirm who will be the ones voting from which companies.
Okay. So, but they have to be an end user to be nominated.
Technically, no.
Oh, okay.
But they have to represent end user interests. So more likely that the end users will go for someone who will represent their situation or their perspective.
Okay.
Right. Yeah. So you do not have to be employed by one of the end user companies to represent them. You just have to. They're just the ones that vote for you.
I got it now.
Anyone
Okay.
can run.
Thank you for clarifying that.
Yeah.
I was missing that part.
No worries. And yeah, it is complicated because a lot of big companies sell CI/CD stuff, but they also use it. So depending on your role, you might be an end user even though you're employed by one of these. So if you're thinking about running for one of those, you can always put that part, that kind of explanation in your platform.
And then we talked about changing the configuration of the board. Is that still on the back burner or is...
Yes. So the changes have to be approved by the board. So we're going to wait till those kind of go through, and then once we've got all those sorted, we'll kick off voting for those other seats. But I think it'll also make sense to stagger them a little, so we're not having to replace the whole TOC at one time. So we can always have some continuity.
Cool. Any other questions on that one? All right. Anything else? I think we covered everything in here, right, Gail and Tracy?
Yes, and Gail, can you just remind us how folks can nominate?
Yes, so we will send out an email calling for nominations, and that will come out tomorrow. I believe for this one, we're not going to use Google Forms. I need to check my notes to see if that's how we're going to run this one. But you'll have an email coming out for me tomorrow on this one. And then the vote will be on Civs, which is that kind of ancient looking like Web 2.0 platform that we use for voting that's created by like university, but it's like completely anonymous even to us. So you'll get the follow up with that one in 2 weeks after that.
Cool. All right. GSOC updates.
I knew you were going to ask that. I was just logging in to see if there was an update. 1 second. Boop-a-doop-a-doop. There are no updates. The 2021 mentor organizations will be announced on March 9th. So we'll know next week.
But yeah, no, shout out to Tara and Kara who got the application in. I think we put in for, was it something like 20 plus mentors?
We had a long mentor list. It was great. So yeah, Kara, thank you. You were super awesome.
Great job, everyone. Jackie was involved too. It's great.
Yeah, she was. Yeah, we had a group effort to get that thing going. We couldn't believe how long the application process was. It's like, good God.
Yes. So fingers crossed we get all those slots, and there's just no. It makes our life easier in terms of allocating, because then everybody can have all the slots they requested. But we'll know more on March 9th.
So next TOC we'll have info on that.
And Kara, I saw your message about the admin invite. I know your admin request is still sitting there, so no idea what's going on there, but maybe if you give us a different email address, we can send that so then you can access the dashboard.
Awesome. That's great. Yeah, I just saw your message and sent you another email address to try. So we should get that sorted ASAP soon.
Right. GSOC, yeah, we'll get some updates for next time. That's exciting. CDCon, last one, and then we can move on to Zainab.
Great. I'll take this one. So Jackie's out today. But first, I'll drop in a link. The program committee selected some early bird talks. So those were announced on Fridays. So if you go ahead and hit that link, Dan, there are some pretty good talks. So you couldn't stick to 5.
Here we go.
So they are 7. Let me drop that.
Have going. Yeah.
And again, just kind of reflecting this focus on kind of end users and seeing what they're doing. We've had some great submissions to choose from. So end user talks like Netflix, Capital One, SAP, and Airbnb, plus also kind of highlighting new technology with Tecton, progressive delivery, and of course, starting to make sure we cover culture and diversity and inclusion. So yeah, congratulations to all the speakers. I will say there were lots and lots of really good submissions, and there were plenty more that didn't make this list that I'm excited to see if they do get accepted. But yeah, we had almost double the number of talk submissions by the early bird deadline. So like last year, I think we had 69 talks submitted in total to CDCon. By the early bird deadline, we had 106. But I will say we've got till March 5th. So please do go ahead and submit your talks. And the other thing on the conference is today we're announcing that we will be hosting a Spinnaker Summit, and that will be co-located with CDCon. And yeah, I've just dropped the link in there. So what that looks like is that there'll be a day 0 event as part of Spinnaker Summit, which will be workshops and contributor meetups like the special interest groups. And then they'll have a dedicated Spinnaker track running through CDCon. And registration is free, but it's a nice way to kind of bring together the communities, help new folks discover Spinnaker, but also help brings the Spinnaker community into the CDF community under kind of our big umbrella tent. So yeah, pretty happy to have that going out. And if folks have already registered for CDCon, you can go and modify your registration to also attend the Spinnaker Summit, which means accessing the day 0 event.
Awesome.
So what's the format of that again, Tracy? Is it talks or
Yeah,
more like meetups?
The day 0, which will be before CDCon, will be 2 tracks. One track will be workshops and one track will be community. So like the SIGs around the Spinnaker operators, roadmap planning, all the various Spinnaker communities. And then the talks themselves will be part of the main CDCon. So just a specific track for Spinnaker Summit that's on the 2 days of CDCon, and people can feel free to go to Spinnaker talks, or they can go to CDCon talks. We'll just brand that track slightly differently in the Hopin platform.
Thanks. Are you planning for next year edition to have more than one day 0 track, or do you think it would be?
Yes, yeah, we kind of reached out to other communities as well to see if there was interest in doing this. And I think Spinnaker were the strongest. We might be doing some other kind of day 0 events. There's another one in the works, which we're hoping to announce soon as well.
Okay. Okay. Thanks.
Thanks.
But yeah, no, definitely CDCon's growing fast enough that we've got these side kind of colos, which I think is a nice model KubeCon have used to bring everybody together, but also have space for communities to meet up under their own brand.
DevOps World too. It's a good model. God, oh my God, can you guys hear the cat? I'm so sorry. I just realized she's probably really loud.
No, actually.
I thought that
It's
was
funny
you,
which
Perry.
sounds get picked up and filtered out and which ones don't.
She purrs like a train.
Oh, I hear now. She's talking about it.
She doesn't usually come down to the basement, but I think she's annoyed that I didn't give her a can before I came downstairs. Kaylee,
All
I'll be
right.
up soon.
Last topic. Zainab, are you here and ready to talk?
Yes, I am. Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Hello. Great to meet you.
Great to meet you too. Okay, so I'm Zainab, and I'm the Open Source Programs Manager for She Code Africa. She Code Africa is a non-profit organization in Nigeria focused on encouraging more diversity in tech ecosystem by empowering women through our various programs, initiatives, and resources, and our community. So my role at She Code Africa basically involves championing open source initiatives that could encourage more women, particularly in Africa, to get involved in the open source ecosystem. And that brings us to the program we are currently planning, Contributhon, which is an open source bootcamp. So Contributhon is a 4-week open source bootcamp that we're planning to take place in April, where we merge ladies in Africa with open source organizations so they can have the opportunity to get involved in the open source ecosystem with dedicated mentorship. So in this program, we plan to pay the participants $500 stipend at the end of the 4-week bootcamp in April, and possibly give the top 10 contributors nano degree courses to help them improve on their career paths. So right now we're currently looking for sponsors and mentor organizations that would like to be part of this contribution program. The sponsorship is for funds that we're going to use to pay the participants, and also open source organization that would mentor this participant that is going to be participating in the bootcamp. So right now, CDF has committed to sponsoring this program, but however, no available mentors yet. So here, because I'm looking out for mentors and also probably other organizations, people from other organizations here who think they would like to, or their organization would be interested in sponsoring a program like this or participating as a mentor. So there are a couple of resources that I could share. We have a site for this program, which I'm going to share in this chat session right now. And also,
I found the link to your Twitter and pasted that in.
oh, okay. Okay, so the link you pasted, is it for She Code Africa, or because there are 2 links? One is She Code Africa's official website. Then we also have a website for this open source bootcamp, Contributhon. So
The one I found was for the She Code Africa Twitter account. Yeah, so
okay, so
the
this is
website would
the
be good
link.
too.
Yeah, this is the link to the bootcamp. Then the website, the official website, She Code Africa.
Yeah, while you're finding the link, this is Steve from the Deploy Hub. I believe Tracy talked to you the other day, and we're going to sponsor from the Deploy Hub for the Ortelius project. We have a mentor in South Africa that's going to help out.
Thank you. I was supposed to have a meeting with Tracy tomorrow, actually, for her to give me updates on if they'll be participating. But it's great to hear that Deploy Help is going to be participating. Thank you.
No problem. And just touch base with Tracy, and she can give you all the details.
Okay, I'll do that. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Zainab, is this going to be happening out of Nairobi or where?
So She Code
Or is it
Africa,
just remote? It doesn't matter.
yeah, it doesn't. The participants are ladies in Africa, but we are taking in open source organizations from all around the world. No limitations, since it's going to be remote.
And just out of curiosity, what hours are you going to be basically working, so we can figure out time zone differences?
Okay, so the ladies that are participating are going to be working full time. However, the mentors are just required to probably like have a meeting with them maybe once or twice a week to follow up on their activities and things like that. So we're going to share a form. If an organization chooses to participate, we're going to share a form where we're going to get details of the organization, like forums and things like that. So if the participants have any questions or want to ask anything before the allotted time for the meetings, they could always post their questions in the forum or whichever preferred form of communication that you submit.
So is the I think, Steve, if I'm understanding your question, the expectation is that there will be we'll try to match available mentors in time zones with the students.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm gonna try to wrangle a couple from the UK because that's in a pretty similar time zone.
Okay. Yeah, so that's it. I've dropped the link also to the doc for the program. It contains full information that we share with potential organizations that reach out to sponsor and mentor. Just give them an overview of the whole program, what is required of sponsors, mentors, and also some benefits that organizations that choose to participate could have access to.
This is awesome. Thank you. I'll do some looking around inside Google too and see if we can find mentors.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm also on the board for Women Who Code, and I know we have a network in Lagos. I'm not sure how big it is, but there might be women who more local who could be helpful. So.
Thank you. So how do I get updates? Do I join the next meeting, TOC meeting? I don't know. But our email address is also in the links I shared, just in case anyone wants to reach out to us at She Could Africa directly.
Do you have access to have you logged into the CD Foundation Slack?
No, I don't think so, no.
Let
me find a link to that and drop it in here for you, because it's probably the easiest way to stay up to date without having to come to all these meetings.
Yeah, especially since the meetings are only every 2 weeks.
All right, thank you.
Chat right now.
I can never find these links when I need them.
And I just put it in the chat for Zoom.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
There we go.
Hey, this is Jitin. So I have a question on this CDF graduation process. So Screwdriver is trying to start pursuing it, and we want to start with the CII badge program. So I know Jenkins did it last year. So is there someone I can work with from the CII badge aspect?
From the CII badge aspect, if you have questions there, I can actually just set you up with David Wheeler, who's the health employee who runs that. He loves working with projects if they try to onboard just to get their feedback and see what's tough for them. So I can.
Okay.
The person who runs the
That will
program
be
would definitely be the
interesting.
best one to help you out.
Okay, can you? Yeah, definitely.
Cool. Yeah, can you shoot me an email after this, and then I'll forward it on to David and get you two connected?
We'll do that. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks. All right. Any other topics for today?
I have a brief update just on some of the LFX insights. Nothing too major, but I did start speaking to the folks behind it at Linux Foundation. Long term, they are looking to kind of deprecate dev stats, but I think the plan is to make sure all the functionality people use is in insights. So we had a quick review of the Insights dashboard, and I've requested that they add in Ortelius to Insights. I think we've got all the other projects there, but also some weird representation for Jenkins. So it's sort of split out Stapler and Jenkins China. So I've asked for those to all be kind of merged into the Jenkins project. And then, yeah, if we have Ortelius, we should have all our projects onboarded into Insights, and then we can start going by specific functionality of what we want to see there and things like that.
Cool. Last call. Any other topics for today? Or see you all in 2 weeks. Okay. Bye, everybody. Have a good rest of your day.
Thank you, everyone. Bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye.
Bye.